Okay, I'm standing right now at a vantage point atop of one of the areas in Rancho Tecate. This is what you get to see. You stand here above and you see just a fraction of what this development includes. But people are investing in pretty significant homes in the middle of the mountains. So if you just see the houses that are all around the development, it's a significant area. We're exploring Rancho Tecate, and you're doing it with us, folks. Crossing south. Don't go anywhere. Sometimes people think Baja is only about beaches, but Tecate really shows another side of nature. This ranch has a hotel, property development, horseback riding, wines, and yes, delicious food. I'm sitting here inside the wine cellar. It's a pretty cool place. Temperature's nice. It's a cool place to have lunch, dinner. Apparently it is available for anyone who comes. Any patrons can choose to have lunch down here. We're waiting right now for the food to be brought, so it's crossing south. Empires rise and fall based on their food as far as we're concerned, and by their food they shall be judged. Oh, thank you. So good stuff. You've got here your charbroiled octopus, which is always good. This is an aguachile shrimp dish, but it's also drenched in beet juice. I'm not too crazy about the aguachiles personally, but I'm always open to try them. So sometimes they're good. This is just the kid in me. I actually asked for a strawberry shake, and they aim to please. So. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. That's a ribeye with sauteed vegetables and some mashed potatoes. So Baja's close to Sonora. Sonora's always provided cattle for Baja. Baja itself was a cattle region way before Mexicans here learned how to use seafood. It was literally, that's what you had for food. So we're going old school. We're doing it the Baja way. We're at Rancho Tecate. Let's see how this goes, all right? I'm gonna try the aguachile first, the shrimpage. Let's see what the beet juice does to this. Well, it is very good and it's not spicy at all. I like this. Some aguachiles are just too spicy. Now this one's not. I don't even know if it's spicy at all. So, it's almost like a ceviche, but ceviche normally is like mashed up, either shrimp, either shark, fish, whatever. It's cured in the lime, so it's almost like raw, like crudo, but not crudo because it's cured. And the lime actually cooks the food, the raw fish. So when you have ceviche, which is delicious, you have that sort of taste. This aguachile, it's almost like a heartier ceviche because since it's not mashed up, you can taste more of the meat immediately. You're biting into a heartier piece of fish. You can find value in little tweaks to traditional dishes. So that was pretty good. They asked me to try this ginger beer that's apparently made in Tecate, this Colibri brand. I've never seen it before. But we'll try it, but they said that it pairs well with the aguachile. So let's try it with the beer. It pairs perfect. Very nice. So I don't know if I'm supposed to put this slab of rock on top of the plate, but I did it. I love that. You see that crunchiness in the octopus? I love that. Let me just try it before I mess it with and try anything else. Let me just try it as is. It's crunchy and The octopus is very good. Surprisingly, I think I would place the aguachile above that. It's just very traditional. It is what it is. Octopus is just good. It's good. It's just not surprisingly good, if you know what I mean. Like the aguachile, for a guy that's not a normal aguachile guy, I was surprised with that aguachile. It's like, whoa, it surprised me. Uh, I am an octopus guy, so I'm literally getting what I'm expecting. So in the surprise category, the octopus would maybe not live up to the aguachile, but it's still very good. Like if you, I would order this. I would order this, and I can continue eating this, and I would be completely happy. So in that sense, it's very good. Let's try the next one. Okay, so they brought me this chicken dish. It seems to be like a seared or charbroiled, piece of chicken. They accompany a lot of their dishes with mashed potatoes. Nothing wrong with that. Mashed potatoes and vegetables. Some taters. And let's try it. Wonderful. I'm the type of person that likes sweet dishes. So if you don't, it's up to you, whether you would like it or not. But me, I tend to like the sweet and sour, and that's what this is. It's some sort of tamarind sauce on the chicken. Let's add a piece of mushroom. I'm gonna pair this with a lager, which are like the lighter type of beers, and let's see how that pairs with this very tasty chicken. So. Beer is good, but standalone, the chicken, this chicken, if you like sweet, I would recommend this chicken. It's very tasty, very tasty. So far, it may be number one right now. Maybe number one, the chicken, number two, aguachile, number three, the octopus. So, okay, so now I've been brought their champine. This is their main dish. It's a ribeye. Big old chunk of meat right here. Now, I don't guarantee this will be the best one. Sometimes this happened where the restaurant will bring what they feel is their best, but it was in my list, maybe a number three or number two. We'll see. This is, my expectations for the chicken was very low, and it jumped to number one. So, I don't know. We'll see. And remember, taste is very subjective, so you guys are trusting my taste, and we'll see how this is. I like that it's got the fat right there. You see that? Fat glistens and shines and brings joy. A steak like that, it's kind of medium rare, which is good. It has the pink there, so we're doing good so far. Fat is good. Fat is good. Let's try this. Very good. Let me get into the middle of it. Let me give it a chance with all the rest of the stuff that the chef has brought with it. Let's get some fat from here. We're actually cutting a piece of fat into it, right? Okay. Okay, so there's a reason of not giving the verdict. I'm trying to see if I'm missing something. It's a good meal, just a bit underwhelming for a ribeye, in my opinion. Very nice. Remember, taste is subjective. So it's very tasty. It's just not surprising. So the two dishes that surprised me, the aguachile and the chicken. Chicken number one, aguachile number two. Now number three is disputed between the ribeye and the octopus. These are traditional dishes. Right now, the thing is that we're evolving into trying very surprising dishes where people are experimenting. But these are oldies but goodies. This is a delicious meal that you will be well served if you try. It's crossing south. Don't go anywhere. Let me just continue hitting this up. While we were down in the cellar eating, it began to rain quite a bit. Instead of outdoor activities, we explored a bit of the history in the main building here at the ranch. So we got ourselves a guide and decided to expose ourselves to the historicity of this old rancho. He's going to show us a tour of this whole place, so let's do that. He's saying that in 1893, this used to be a home. And you can tell the older tiles, older woodwork. It is so interesting to see homes like this from a more colonial era. This used to be the family dining room. We're traveling back in time as we get to see this area of the original house. A lot of this stuff goes back to the 19th century. So let's continue exploring this place. I mean, you take a look at this hallway and you can literally travel 100 years or more. I mean, look at the tile right here. If you look at the tile on the floor, it's different than the other parts of the building that have been restored. If you see the walls and some of the furniture pieces right here, the ornaments on the wall, the fireplace, this is basically a place that it's been frozen in time. Some of these areas, they were telling me that they've had presidents from Mexico actually be distinguished guests for the original family here. So it's very reminiscent of the Rosarito Beach Hotel. If you've been to that, the decor is very, very similar. This would constitute old money, back when the patrons had haciendas, owned a crazy amount of land, and hosted dignitaries as they passed by or were invited to do so. Spanish influence fresh and evident. There's some deep history to this area. If we were to back up the clocks all the way to the 1830s, we find that a man named Juan Bondini was granted the land that now makes up Rancho Tecate. And just about all of Tecate for that matter. He is the same man whose 12-bedroom home became the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Old Town up in San Diego. He had a large impact in this entire region, as he was deeply involved in politics, in business, and had a very influential social life. Among other things, he was responsible for creating large vineyards. This winemaking tradition was carried on by future owners of the area. In fact, Tecate is the northern door that leads to the famous wine country of Valle de Guadalupe in Baja California. Our friendly guide took us on a little excursion up the mountain to a special place they wanted to show us. This area is just beautiful. I mean, I didn't realize this was even here. It's hidden and it's within the property of Rancho Tecate. So people that live here have access to a really wonderful, natural resource and just natural beauty. This is an excellent hiking trail. It's just a spectacular view. I'm looking at the mountain ranges, the cloud formations, these huge rocks that are like the ones on the Rumorosa. And it's stunning, it's breathtaking. Not only is this spot beautiful, but it is also functional. Okay, so we know that Baja receives its water from the Colorado River, but you maybe didn't know that it passes here through Tecate, and it's booming right there. So this is what the water supply of a city looks like. That's probably enough flush water for 1 million toilets to be able to execute their powerful vortexes of might. I could imagine some crazy sports nut getting out there and kayaking, hitting those rapids. The cubic tons of water that thunder forth from the Colorado River into Mexico are only surpassed by the cubic tons of hungry tourists who flow into Baja California in search for food, wine, and a relaxed pace of life. Rat race refugees is what I call them, and they all find protection in this great land. This powerful torrent is feeding a dam called La Presa del Carrizo, and that dam is a reservoir that gives water to Tijuana and parts of Rosarito. So the water that those two cities enjoy comes from this, and this water originated in the Colorado River in the United States. Amazing, huh? How just water just keeps making its way. The life cycles that the earth has, keep so many people alive on its way back to the ocean. Amazing. I just couldn't get over this unique scenery. Look at this. Wanted to get a closer look. These boulders are estimated to be 100 million years old. Wow. Simply astonishing. Hey, you watching this show. I'm glad you liked the video. Now, if you could please like the video and subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on notifications. It really helps a lot. If you like Baja, if you like what you're doing, if you want us to make more videos, please help us. Thank you. Enjoy Baja. Crossing south, crossing south, crossing south.